What's up, guys? Donkeys. Pardon my French. I've never done a walking vlog, so I guess I'll do that. Just random talking over some walking. Getting into some mysterious woods, though. How mysterious it all is. But, I obviously haven't been like a legit YouTuber for very long. But I thought I'd do some kind of vlog, I don't know. Some kind of life recap for myself. I'm gonna sit down, actually. But, yeah. Look at these plants. All these weeds in here. Not a lot of grass in the woods. There's some. But I feel like shit today, man. I don't think I can do any other content right now. I've got this pain. Don't know whether I need surgery. Don't know what kind of medicine I really need. Or I do rather, but I don't have it. There's some rocks right here. That's rough to get through. Some more dirt and grass. Now, honestly, I was thinking, especially last night when the pain was hitting me again randomly after a pretty good day, that the sickness and pain that I've had throughout most of my life, especially more recent years, like my 20s, now in 30, it all would have been way easier if it wasn't for the goddamn PTSD that I have. That's ultimately the worst part, and that's something that not like this condition I have, you're not born with it, it's not genetic. Another patch of dirt and rocks right there. I don't want to walk through that because it makes me trip a lot. There's some random grass now, but there's a frog. Flowers. But yeah, the PTSD is what's debilitating. I can handle working and generally living, whatnot, pretty easily. Nice sky today. But it's the PTSD that just absolutely prevents me from doing most things. Like today, yeah, I'm in incredible pain, but what stopped me from being able to do anything is the invasive ruminations of people who have mistreated me, specifically in more recent years, because I think it generally is more recent trauma that really gets to you when you got complex PTSD specifically. I gotta sit down again. More random dirt and rocks. I feel like there used to be a river running through here, or a stream at least. And that's why it's probably not as much grass. There's more rocks and stuff. But yeah, it's just so aggravating. Even with my sickness and pain, I'm a pretty healthy guy for the most part, and smart and everything. I'm fine. In fact, I'm one of the more normal fucking people, I think. I don't have much for problems, but the PTSD is just insane. It really fucking is. I just don't know what to do about that. I just get so mad about it to the point it's eating up my time, makes me hurt more from the stress, and I just want to give up. I feel like every day for most of my life I've been thinking, at least once it crosses my mind, I just want to give up. Because the PTSD just makes it too hard. And it's not my fault, obviously. PTSD is what you get from being mistreated, pretty much. Or, I guess there's other traumatic things that you can experience. But mostly it's because you got mistreated somehow. That's the PTSD that people have. There's all kinds of various ways you can be mistreated, obviously. But, these little cute weeds. It's a good shot, actually. But I don't know. So honestly, before I started doing this video, I was thinking that same thing. I was just thinking, like, even with how far I've come, like, I'm enjoying doing YouTube. Like, the PTSD just hits me. I generally wake up and just immediately, like, have a bad day because of it. It makes me want to give up. And, I don't know. Like, I've had a hard life. I mean, I have complex PTSD, so, like, yeah, pretty much as soon as I was born, like, boom, into trauma, because I'm born into, like, a lot of Americans, weird Christian bullshit family. If you're male, you get circumcised, that causes you trauma immediately. Got no chance with that. Like, trust me on that. You know, and have to grow up around, like, various other cults. I mean, there's gangs we have to grow up around. We're forced into that. And I don't know, I feel like some people just shouldn't be allowed to have kids, but unfortunately freedom of religion is a thing that exists, so we have cults. And yeah, America is like the main country that is all jerking off about freedom of religion, isn't it? That's probably why we're like the cultiest country ever. And it's just ridiculous. Like, kids, there's a lot of kids who are born that, like, it's because you're being selectively bred by whatever cult. And even if we break out of that, like I did, I obviously was never indoctrinated in anything. I've been a resilient person. Naturally can't really be brainwashed. It has lasting effects, obviously. Like, you get PTSD from the cult abuse, as well as any other abuse you suffer. And you just have to live with that. And it just doesn't sit well with me that, like, the abusive people themselves are generally fine. In fact, abusive people in this world tend to be quite successful, don't they? It's the good people that struggle, more often than not. Why does it have to be that way? Like, I'll go back. I'm starting to feel a little better. Like, it comes and goes rapidly. There's a more rocky spot over here. Yeah, I don't quite understand. But, yeah, again, like, the sickness, like, it would be totally doable. It's the fact that I gotta live with complex PTSD that makes everything so hard. And of course, there's no treatment for this. You go to get treatment for complex PTSD. The therapists are cultists too. They're gonna traumatize you more, like how they did with me. In fact, that's one of the main reasons I'm as bad as I am now. Like, therapy gives us some of the worst trauma ever. Like, think about that. We get out of literal cults, attempt to go to therapy because we have PTSD, and they traumatize us even worse. What does that say about America and our so-called mental health programs? Like, hold on, there's a dark, mysterious part of the woods. Look in here. Yeah. Be mysterious about my location, too. I mean, I don't live here anyway, so it's not like anybody could track me down. Even if they somehow find on YouTube where I am right now. Like, it's not like I live out in a random part of the freaking woods, so it's good. But it's so mysterious. I like it out here. Kind of scary, though. There are bears, so I should probably be more careful than I am. But, hey, whatever. But, yeah, I think that's all I really wanted to say. I was gonna probably make this a longer vlog, but I mean, I feel like shit, and honestly, I kind of already said all I really needed to say. My life hasn't been very interesting. My life is pretty much just surviving with complex PTSD plus whatever disorder I've seemed to have my whole life, but it's gotten really bad within the past, like, 10 years, specifically the past, like, few years. And now it's just, like, excruciating. But if I didn't have the PTSD, it would all be way better. Or even with the PTSD, like, if there was actual treatment available for that, I would also probably be better, but nope. Nope. We live in a very abusive country. Lots of authoritarians. That's another thing. I don't know if I said it in another vlog, but I've definitely thought this a while. That, like, people are still jerking off back and forth between, oh, left of this, right of that. Why? Authoritarians are the problem, and they can be both left and right. Like, look at the political compass. Do most of you know what a political compass is? I feel like most people don't, and that's part of the issue here. Is that people get into political discussions without even knowing what's going on, and they get all hot and bothered over nothing, and then you have all this conflict over what? Because leftists and rightists are convinced that they should be enemies for what? Like, you know, authoritarianism is the real problem, because that's essentially just Nazis, you know? Like, Nazis are only one type of authoritarian, but, like, if we're being real, like, authoritarianism, it's the same problem. And yeah, that's, I guess it's relevant because it's yet another thing that causes a lot of trauma. Because duh, like, when authoritarianism is in place and you don't have freedom, like, that alone is traumatic. I mean, hell, we have a government that violates its own constitution. So yeah, like, that's pretty stressful on people, to say the least. But no, keep fighting about leftist versus rightist bullshit as if any of that matters. And keep letting the authoritarians rule over everything. Because nobody even really knows what libertarianism is. Whatever. But I'm somehow feeling alright with the pain now, I think. I might try to do some content today. I got some doctor's appointments. I might rest for the rest of the week, so if you guys don't see me, then, yeah, like, that's why. It's because I'm just trying to get the fucking treatment I need so I don't have, like, aneurysms or death. Assuming I haven't experienced aneurysms yet, I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming I wouldn't, because I'm assuming the pain would be, like, even worse. And it wouldn't just be coming and going at that point. It would just be, like, pain and or dying constantly. But the fact that the pain totally goes away sometimes is kind of assuring. Like, yesterday was fine. I had no pain. Like, I didn't feel sick at all, but then I ate some fast food later in the day, and I think that's one of the things that triggers my shit, because, oh man, maybe like 30 minutes after I ate, I didn't have that much, and I felt literally sick, like, as if I just immediately got struck down with a flu or something, plus the pain, and I'm all dizzy and weird. I went to bed, and then woke up, incredible pain. But, whatever. These vlogs are probably boring. I don't know how much this is worth, but I know there are some people who like this, and I mean, I like doing it. It does make me feel good to do this. And I don't want to give up right now, but man, I think about it a lot. So, I guess I'll leave it there. This has been a slightly longer vlog. Thanks to anyone who watches. You can subscribe to any of my channels if you want more content, I guess. Oh man, I feel like such shit, dude. And I don't know, I'll give you as much content as I can, more entertainment. See how much of an audience I can amass. I mean, I'm only still really just starting, so I don't expect much, but it's okay. I enjoy what I'm doing so far, and I like the few fans that I have, so that's been nice. But till then, I guess, it's been a Donkey Boy vlog. It's a time and day. Pretty nice day. And, Donkey out.